Hello everyone, I'm Teela with Deep English. I'm so excited for another lesson together today. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be looking at the hidden meanings of some common English words. So it's another rainy, cloudy day, and I think these are the perfect kinds of days for diving deeper into the mystery of the English language. Because when we can uncover the hidden meanings of words in English, we gain a deeper understanding of what we're saying when we speak English. And not only that, but when we can learn a word's history or a word's story, it's easier for us to remember what that word means, and it's easier for us to recall the word when we are speaking English with someone. So there are a lot of benefits to learning the hidden meanings of common English words. So let's jump right in and get started. We'll start with number one, the word war. War. War means to be in conflict. So this could be between countries, between groups of people, or even war between the head and the heart. We can use war in a sentence like, my grandpa fought in the Vietnam War, but his memories were so painful he didn't like to talk about it. Or in a sentence like, I know that long distance relationships are difficult, but I really like him. I feel like my head and my heart are at war. So war. Now let's look at the hidden meaning of the word war. So the word war comes from the Germanic root word, which simply meant to confuse or to bring into confusion. I think this one is really interesting because it shows us that underneath conflict and underneath war, there's probably just a bit of confusion. And so in your own life, the next time that you're having some conflict or disagreements, look at ways that you can be more clear in your communication so that you can eliminate any confusion, and you may just eliminate the conflict as well. All right, so let's move on. Word number two is heal. Heal. So to heal means to make something healthy again, or to cure something, or to fix something. Let's use the word heal in a sentence. So this is a story from my own life. When I was in 7th grade, I was running a race and I tripped and I fell and I broke my wrist in 2 places. So it took a while for my wrist to heal. And during that time, my friend had to carry my books for me. So heal. What's another one? Another sentence is, after a relationship ends, it often takes the heart some time to heal. So heal. All right, now let's look at the hidden meaning of the word heal. So the word heal came from an old English word that simply meant to make whole. Just to make whole. I really like this one because so often when we're trying to heal something, we look at the symptoms and we're treating the symptoms, but we're not going deeper. This one reminds us that to truly heal, we have to become whole. So we might need to reclaim parts of ourselves or do whatever we need to do to become whole. So to heal is to become whole. I really like that one. All right, let's move on. Word number 3 is addict. Addict. So the word addict refers to someone who is physically or mentally dependent on someone or something else. So the word addict can also refer to someone who just really likes to do something and does it often. So, for example, if someone likes to make puzzles and does it all the time, they may be called a puzzle addict. So let's use the word addict in a sentence. She was so addicted to video games, she often missed work. So addicted. Or his alcohol addiction caused him to drive drunk and he got a big ticket for it. So addiction. Let's dive deeper now and look at the hidden meaning behind the word addict. So the word addict comes from a Latin word, addictus, which meant slave. Back in Roman Empire times, when a soldier would come back from war, they were often awarded a slave, and the slave was called an addict. And so if you think about it, the things that we're addicted to, we're essentially enslaved by. We become slaves to these things. So I was thinking, what is it that I'm addicted to? Chips and salsa, yoga. So in some ways, if I'm not careful, I can become a slave to that thing. So that's an interesting thing to think about, and an interesting way to think about the things that we do often. So are we enslaved by them? I hope not. All right, word number 4 is heresy. Heresy. So heresy is a belief that goes against the popular belief. It was very common in the past for anyone who had a belief that was against the popular belief of a certain religion to have been condemned for it. And it would be said that they committed heresy. So heresy. Let's use the word heresy in a sentence. It was said that Galileo committed heresy when he said that he believed the earth revolved around the sun. Or let's use the word heretic. So anyone who went against the popular opinions of the church was called a heretic. So heresy and heretic. So let's look at the hidden meaning of the word heresy. The word heresy came from a Greek word that simply meant to make a choice. So this one is also interesting because heresy often has a negative connotation with it. It's like anyone who commits heresy is doing something bad. But originally, to commit heresy just meant to make a choice, to do something that was different from what everyone else was doing. And really, that's something that's pretty brave and I think pretty cool. So the next time that you're thinking about doing something that's different from everyone else, maybe think about it as something that's actually very brave and really cool. And maybe you can find some inspiration to make that choice. All right, we're moving on to our 5th and final word. Our word is utopia. Utopia. Utopia refers to a place that is perfect, a perfect place. We could use this in a sentence like, the lost city of Atlantis was said to be a utopia. Or, he decided to move to New York City because he'd heard that it was an urban utopia. Unfortunately, he was disappointed because there was a lot of pollution and noise. So, utopia. Let's dive a little deeper now and look at the hidden meaning of the word utopia. The word utopia actually comes from 2 Greek words, ou and topos. Ou meant no, topos meant place. So when you combine them, ou topos, no place. So originally, utopia meant nowhere. I think this one is actually really funny because so many human beings spend their whole lives looking for perfection, thinking that just around the next corner they will find the perfect place or the perfect partner. But what if the perfect place doesn't exist? In some ways, it's kind of relieving. What if finding perfection in your life means embracing the imperfection? I think that's one thing I've learned in my own life. The more we can embrace the imperfection, the more perfect things become, because utopia doesn't exist anywhere. Okay, so that does it for today's lesson. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun, and I look forward to our next lesson together. See you later. Hey everyone, I know you thought we were finished, but I've got one more request. Could you please comment below and tell me one thing that you learned in today's video? It's always so helpful for me to see what people are actually learning when they watch my videos. Thank you so much for commenting below.